Hello YouTube, 잘 지내요? Can you guess the location we're at? For those of you who've been watching so keenly, you might recognize we are back at the one and only Namhansanseong. Namhansanseong Fortress, one of the most beautiful fortresses and hikes you can do in Seoul, South Korea. But you might be wondering, why are we back? You already did a video of this place. What's the reason? What could be new? There's nothing new, but we are taking on a new challenge because today's video is in response to health. As you can see by my muddy Subway t-shirt, eat fresh. We're gonna be healthy today because I feel like I've been gaining a lot of weight recently. So we are going to go around the entirety of the Namhansanseong Fortress wall, spanning an exact 18.6 kilometers. Quite the trek, if I might say. So it should be good, right? I should lose a lot of weight after this hike, and it should be pretty easy. Ah, shit. Why did I do this? Oh, this place sucks. Oh, never climb Namhansanseong. Don't do it. We will not leave this place until we go through all four gates, or cross all four gates, the east, south, west, and north gate, going across a total of 18.6 kilometers. So YouTube, I hope you enjoy this journey just as much as I do as we go over the details of Namhansanseong once more and explore every inch of this fortress. Let's go. All right, YouTube, we are here now. We're gonna walk and make our way to the first gate, and then we're gonna go all the way down to the east gate and go on this complete circle. This is the map of today's journey. Yes. YouTube, I don't remember the last time I came to Namhansanseong. Must be like years ago now, but this place has definitely changed. I feel like they started really catering to people to encourage them to come here, because it is quite the journey to come from central Seoul out here. It's like a 2-hour trip by subway. But it feels like they're really catering to not just older people, but younger people, because of all the fancy new cafes that have popped up. It's really just a unique and beautiful place. We made it to the first gate. Pretty easy. Maybe like a 5-minute walk from the central area to up here. But this marks the beginning of the journey, where we go up to the top, continue all the way to the east gate. Every time I come here, it's just stunning. We're in the middle of spring season right now, almost getting into summer, so entire mountains covered in beautiful lush green. This is one of the first peak things of Namhansanseong. There's a little secret entrance that warriors would go through to go on the outside on any secret missions that they needed to go on, or just for any tactics that they wanted to employ. So down here, steep serpent, steep. Yeah, you can see the little door that they went through. I'm not going to record this whole part here because I could die if I tried to record and walk here, but I just want to see for your all sake. This is the hike, or part of the fortress hike, that killed me the first time I came here when I did 3 of the gates. The level of steepness goes from like 45 to like 90-degree angle. Like, look. That's why you want to go the east gate first from the north gate, because the rest of the hike, or the rest of the fortress, is relatively easier. And I think this is the last hard bit of this fortress. A wild cat in Namhansanseong. Behold the majestic, ferocious, and cute little kitty. Meow. We made it to well, one part of the top of the fortress, but I wanted to highlight this section because you can see how this one looks a bit newer. So this is the remodeled part of the wall, but this right here is the original wall that was built over 620 years ago. And they have a fence here because obviously they don't want people to get close, because it's very brittle at this point in time. As we see the majestic Lotte Tower back over there. Yeah, this fortress was built 620 years ago. Can you believe that? It took them 98 days in the winter and then half of the summer to complete it, which seems like it wasn't a long time. Like, it felt like they just painstakingly worked on this wall like back to that like every single day, all day, because I can't imagine anything else getting constructed that fast these days. But hey, when the king says do it, you do it. But yeah, this is a beautiful section. The wall, we're coming up on the east gate pretty soon. So I just want to give a check-in, give some knowledge on Namhansanseong as we keep going further on our trip. See you in a little bit. We made our way up, but now can we make our way down? Alrighty, YouTube, we made it down through that perilous hill. But now we're going in through the second Amun, or one of the secret auxiliary gates. This is a really cool one to go in, even though you have to bend down and crouch, because it takes you out to this beautiful area. Look at that. Like, we're in this giant enclosed space, but you can see there's another gate down at the end there. Now, I think the reason they had this was because in case people or enemies did figure out this path, they could still have a chance to defend it and block it even from this part as well. So they could have a little bit of extra safety going through here. But it makes for a, nowadays, beautiful, wonderful picnic spot or hiking spot, especially with the one tree that we got there for the shade. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. First gate walked to, second gate done. We are now at the east gate. There a bit of walking, nice little area, a nice little checkpoint to come to. So this brings me to my next little trivia for you. So I mentioned before that it took them 98 days in the winter and half summer to get through. They did this wall, or built this wall, in 97 different sections of 600 feet each. That's how they planned accordingly. And what's cool is that at least 70% of the wall is actually like restored slash original, and then only 30% is completely new. Throughout the years, they did manage to restore the wall as much as they could, like continuously working on it so it didn't just collapse. So it's nice that we can see the majestic fortress as it is today now. Alrighty, anyways, we still have more gates to go through, more walking, so let's get to it. I thought that hiking to the east gate was going to be the hardest. Going to the south gate, is a real pain. It just, I don't know if this camera, this phone does justice, but it's like, this is a 75% gradient. This is, all right. Once again, I'll see all of you when we get to the top. All right, YouTube, we made it past the hill of death. Oh, my lungs are on fire. I feel like I'm gonna pass out, but worth it for the views, YouTube views, and beautiful views. YouTube, it is so windy. I'm sure all of you can hear this if you can't. I feel like I'm gonna get blasted away with how windy it is. We made it to the south gate. That wasn't too bad. This was 1.7 from the east gate, minus that real pain in the butt up section. This part was not too bad, so it's nice. We can finally have our little picnic slash lunch. Also, for reference, we did start at 11:30. It is almost 2 o'clock now. So far we've been hiking for about 2.5 hours. Not too bad. I like it. I think we're making pretty good progress on the hike itself. But anyways, it's time for another nifty fact with Kevin for Namhansanseong. So when people died, whether they were working on the fortress or they just died naturally, whatever the cause was, the dead were actually buried outside of the fortress, kind of making this wall of death around Namhansanseong. Now, again, they weren't just piling bodies; they buried them and stuff, but it was kind of more of like a spiritual barrier, I guess, if you will, around the fortress, which is kind of ominous and creepy, but kind of cool too. But anyways, let's find a spot to sit and have our nice lunch. All right, YouTube, it is officially picnic time. That means kimbap time. So I've got myself a yangnam chicken gasu kimbap. So like dongasu, but instead of pork, it's chicken and yangnam flavor. So, you know, it's basically the yangnam chicken that you get at a chicken restaurant. Should be the same, right? Let's dive into it. Have a nice little break. All right, that's what the gimbap looks like. Nice and sauced. Let's give it a try. Yeah, that's pretty good. It kind of tastes like chicken you would get at a fried chicken restaurant. Obviously, not the same exact flavoring, not the same crunchness that comes from going to a restaurant, but flavor-wise, pretty good. That is gimbap. All right, so we finished our snack / lunch, and we're back to hell. Oh, Namhansanseong, fortress walls. Let it be known, you don't have to do this path. There's like a path somewhere over there that's nice and calm, where it's not as steep. It doesn't follow the wall as much, but oh god. We can't say we did the wall if we don't take this path. All right, YouTube, we made it up of that hell. Oh, we can see the beautiful Lotte Tower in the background. For you guys, it actually might seem pretty far. From my point of view, it looks really close, but it's a lie. Oh, and I'm just seeing now what else we have to do. Dear God, help me. YouTube, at the risk of your own hearing, this side of the mountain, you can see it and already hear it. It's incredibly windy. Like, this is insane how windy it is over here. When we started at the north gate, it was not even close to this windy. All right, YouTube, we're at the Seoul and Chongyangdang Shrine. This is the only post out of the 5 that actually remain. One of the most magnificent ones. Because as you've probably seen on the rest of the hike, there were posts and places where they'd have towers, but they're all gone. This is the only one that remains. Whether this is the original or not, this is the only building that we have. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now this is close to the west gate, so if you want to make your way over here without actually like doing the hike we did, you can go to the north gate or go directly to the west gate, make your way over here. We made it to the last gate, the west gate. We've officially done all of the gates now, which is great. However, we still do have one last thing to accomplish, which is actually making it back to the north gate. We can't say that we fully walked around the fortress until we go back to where we started. So, without further ado, we will keep going. I can't leave you hanging without our last little neat fact of Namhansanseong. So, they had a bell that they would ring in the morning and evening to signify when the gates would close. It'd be 33 times in the morning and 28 times in the evening. Now, for the exact numbers, I'm not sure why those specific numbers were meant to represent those times, but it was a way to let people know, like, hey, if you're still outside the city walls, you want to be back inside, make sure you come back in before the 28th bell ring in the evening. And then if you wanted to go back outside, you wait till the bells go. And yeah, those are all the nice little tidbit facts of Namhansanseong. Hope all of you are enjoying this video. We still have a little bit of ways to go, so we're completely done hiking, but this has been a blast. This has really been fun. Although it is a hard hike, at some points, it's still really one of my favorite hikes to do in Seoul. And this is the first time, again, I'm doing all 4 gates. So YouTube, next time I see you, be close to the end. All right, YouTube, we did it. We're officially back at the north gate. Yes, so the total completion time was 3.5 hours. We started roughly 11:30. We did have a 30-minute break, so the total time was 4 hours. But that's kind of more or less what I expected it to be, about 3.5 to 4 hours. I can't believe I did it. That was fun. That was a good time. There were like some moments of the hike that are a bit rough. Like there are moments of incredible steepness, like 75 to 80 degree grade steepness. But we didn't stop at any point like to go on the easy path. We took the whole wall all the way through. We didn't take any other path. We literally were glued to the wall the whole time. So YouTube, if you find yourself looking for a nice hike to do, beautiful place, I highly recommend Namhansanseong. If you don't feel as confident to do the full fortress walk, there are tons of hiking trails that are, you know, more or less a kilometer long, 2 kilometers long, nothing super serious. So I do recommend taking one of those paths, because Namhansanseong is a great place to come and do your hiking. Anyways, YouTube, I am dead tired now. Energy supplies are low, and I am ready to go home. So without further ado, YouTube, I hope all of you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and helps me a lot. Like if you like mountains and hiking, and I'll see you next time for another awesome video. Peace out. Yes, if you're at the end of this video, hey, there's gonna be another video attached to this, but it's not gonna come out to next week, because we're gonna go enjoy some delicious food after our long hike. But stay tuned for next week's video, where you see where we have a delicious meal. Peace out, YouTube.